15 minutes of entertainment. Hey!
My name is Cake Bwana. Full name is Lombe Lusale. I am an entrepreneur, a baker by profession. Why I chose Cake Bwana? I wanted something that would stand out, something distinct. You know, that don't know that's him. You know, so you are Lombe. What prompted me to get into baking was, okay, one, I like to eat. And well, my mom used to be a baker. I've been baking in the family for years since I was a young boy. So it was something I could do naturally, and I enjoy doing it. And it's also a pleasure to actually see people enjoy something, you know? Because every day is a birthday. That's why how I could describe myself is someone passionate about, you know, doing this thing, doing baking. Because it's, you know, it's food, and you know, you've got to love what you do. So my style is very basic. I don't really go all the way, like, how can I put it? I want to make cakes everybody could afford. You know, whether you're from upper class, lower class, middle class, you're in every part of society, everyone deserves cake. So that's how I describe it. I make cakes for anybody. Well, the baking industry is a very wonderful place. I mean, you know, it can be owned by Zambians, and it's also good for job creation in many aspects, because you're looking at products, you know, the products that go into baking. So it's a very young business in Zambia and has a lot of potential for growth and also creating employment. So it can be good for the economy. It can stimulate quite a lot of aspects of people's livelihoods. Well, my creative process is basically, you know, I rise to the challenge. So it will depend on what the person wants, because you see, my product is catered for the client. So at times I'll say, okay, what would you like? Some people know what they want. Some people don't. They'll be like, okay, what do you do? How can you give us examples of what you've done? But you know, the average these days, you know, some people want a picture on the cake. You know, especially these days, these cartoons, you have cartoons like, say, for example, Dora the Explorer. And you find the daughter is a big fan of this character. So what happens is that you may get a nice picture of the daughter, say the name is Nancy or Walia, then you know, you can combine Walia and Dora together to make it like, you know, she's with her favorite cartoon character. So it's, it varies. Some people want all these new fancy designs they get online. So it just depends on what people can afford and what I'm also capable of. One of the biggest challenges is raw material, because a lot of the material we get is actually imported. So you find that only out of 90% of the products you use in the baking of the cake is imported. So if we had local producers of those 90%, which would change the price of the cake and also make it available to more people. So that's one of the biggest challenges I have, finding products that are made locally, that are of good quality. But considering the way it is at this moment, the current problem is that yes, we are importing too many products. We would like to have local producers of cake boxes, boards, and other toppings for cakes, the flavors, everything, you know? Yeah. So if you want to start baking, I would say go for it. If you're sure. And you know, your heart's there, and the passion is there, and don't cut shortcuts. Nothing, you don't get there quick. You know what I mean? Learn the whole process. Don't cut shortcuts, don't use the right products. Make sure you make your client the best cake you can.
15 minutes of entertainment. Hey!